This is the blueprint to your most important financial measure, and I'm going to walk you through how to calculate it now. This one number tells you if you're actually winning with money. With this, you'll have a clear next step to build a budget you can run in about 10 minutes a week. I'm Andrew, and before this, my job was to make sure that multi-million-dollar budgets actually turned into real results. For the last 12 years, I've made money decisions for global brands in e-commerce, fintech, and SaaS. Along the way, I was trained by private equity partners like Blackstone and CD&R on how they evaluate businesses and whether the numbers tell a story worth betting millions of dollars on. I've sat in rooms with McKinsey consultants, seeing how the world's best operators use financial statements to make hard calls and protect margin and fund growth on purpose. If none of those names mean anything to you, that's totally fine. I mention them because they are insanely picky about what the numbers say. And I've spent over a decade in the rooms with them when decisions were being made about how money is spent. Now, I get to translate that to your kitchen table. So, when I say budget like a business, I don't mean copy some tips from a blog. I mean take the same level of discipline and clarity that private equity firms, fortune-level companies, and top consultants use to decide what lives, what dies, and what grows, and then translate that in plain language. And instead of asking you to just trust me, I want to give you a tiny piece of that system right now so that you can feel the difference. If you're ready, grab a piece of paper. Step 1, write down last month's take-home income, not your salary before taxes. What we're actually trying to get is what was put in your bank. If your income is regular, that's totally fine. Just sign into your bank account and look at the deposits over the last 90 days and then divide by 3. It's not supposed to be perfect here. It's just rough so that we get a direction. Got it? Step 2. I want you to take the average spending and add up all of your debits for the last 90 days and then divide by 3. That's your average monthly total spending. Don't stress about getting everything right. Once you've got that in your hand or on a piece of paper, we can move on to the final step. Finally, we can calculate your rough average free cash flow. Subtract your total average spending from your take-home income. What's left is your rough free cash flow. That number is the margin that your life is running on. It's simply the dashboard warning light telling you right now your life is being funded by debt or randomness. If it's around 0, that means that you're running at redline. You can keep the car on the road, but one surprise expense, a car bill, a medical bill, any kind of activity that you weren't planning, and everything else has to give. If it's positive, that is your rocket fuel. It's the money that you have available to aim at things that actually matter to you. Debt freedom, savings, investing, generosity, or any big life goals. If you never watch another video from me, and all you do is track this one number over the next 3 months, you'd make better money decisions than most people. The question becomes, is that enough to get you where you want to go in the next 12 to 36 months? And if it is enough, are you actually pointing it there? Or is it quietly just evaporating into the crowd? Most people never ask. They install a budgeting app, they color code some categories, and maybe they track a few expenses, but they never step back to see what is the margin. How much fuel do I actually have? Am I going to do anything with this on purpose? What you did in just a couple of minutes is a simplified version of the first stage of the budget blueprint. It's a 6-module, 8 to 10 hour course where we build a working income statement, a balance sheet, and a capital budget for your home. You'll learn to track cash flow, burn rate, and run a simple board meeting so that you can lead your money like a home CEO in as little as 10 minutes a week after setup. Instead of vague advice, you get a simple operating system, real financial tools, and clear targets, and a 12-week roadmap that tells you your next 3 money moves. But I wanted you to feel, even in this short primer, that clarity is not that far away. What matters is whether this will work for you. Businesses don't tolerate financial chaos. They run income statements. They see money in and they see money out. They run a balance sheet to see what they owe and what they own. They have a capital budget so that surprise expenses stop being surprises. And they always have a short-term roadmap. They know their next 3 moves, and your home deserves the same level of attention. The budget blueprint takes these same tools and turns them into a simple home CEO operating system for your money. Not a pile of theory, but a step-by-step infrastructure with screenshots, templates, a 12-week plan built around your real life. Now, if you're anything like the people that I work with, a few objections might already be bubbling up in the back of your mind. You might say to yourself, I'm not good with numbers. The good news is, you don't have to be good with numbers for this to work. You can add, subtract, and use basic spreadsheet calculator app, then you're more than qualified to use this course. We literally build an income statement, a balance sheet, a 12-week roadmap, on screen, no jargon, no pop quizzes, no MBA required, just steps in order. Another objection I've often heard is that my finances are such a mess that I'm even embarrassed to look at them. If that's you, this is the exact person that we built this course for. The mess is the raw material. We gather your income and expenses all in one place. We list your debts and your assets without shame, And we turn that chaos into a clear starting line and a realistic 12-week plan that you can actually follow. Now, you could nod along to this video, close the tab and say, yeah, I should do something about that someday. But that choice is expensive. It's not just in dollars, but in stress and missed opportunities, and the weight you carry every day you think about money, and you know you could be doing something better. When you join, you get the full 6-module step-by-step course that walks you through the Steward framework. We start by helping you set your mission and your targets. And then we build an income statement and a balance sheet from real numbers, not guesses. We create a capital budget so that big irregular expenses stop blindsiding you. And then we build a 12-week roadmap so that you always know your next 3 moves. You also get downloadable templates for your income statement, your balance sheet, and your capital budget so that you're not starting off with a blank spreadsheet and wondering where to start. We're also going to throw in the 12-week roadmap planner so that every quarter you can reset your plan in a single sitting. Everything is designed so that once it's set up, your weekly board meeting with your money takes about 10 to 30 minutes a week. We've priced this affordably, even though the real value is easily 10 times what we're charging, because I want this to be accessible to every household, not just some other high-ticket program that stays on your wish list. So let's be honest about where this leaves you. In the next 6 months from now, you're either going to be in one of 2 places. You'll either still be hoping that your mental budget and a couple of apps and some good intentions will magically line up, or you'll be running a simple business-grade system for your money that you can review in 10 to 30 minutes a week. Today, you got your rough free cash flow numbers and a new way to think about your role as the home CEO. If you want to build the rest of the system with me, click the button below this video and get the budget blueprint to start the course. Walk through the lessons and give yourself the gift of seeing the whole picture and knowing your next few moves. If you do the work and you don't feel like you got more clarity and control around your money in the first 30 days, email me and I'll refund you. Plain and simple, no questions asked. You don't have to keep carrying that low-grade financial anxiety everywhere you go. You can lead your money on purpose. If that's the kind of steward you want to be, hit the button and I'll see you inside the blueprint.